Hello everyone, and welcome to Power Pages Tips. My name is Nicholas Hayduk, and this is tip number 238, Default Identity Provider. If you've used Power Pages or one of its many named predecessors, you're probably familiar with its sign-in screen. In the left column, you've got the local sign-in block, and in the right column, you've got buttons for various identity providers. But what if you really only have one identity provider that you want to use? Often this will be the case if you're using Azure AD B2C. Users don't want to have to click on the sign-in link and then click a button on the sign-in page, especially if there's only one button to choose from. Or even worse, if you don't bother to turn off local authentication, users will be confused as to what to do. What I've seen many times is that people will actually get the link for the login page of their identity provider, and then manually create a link in the menu that takes them directly to that login page. But more often than not, they'll get an error when they come back to their site after logging in. This is because the sign-in process needs to be started properly from Power Pages. You can't just create your own hard-coded link because Power Pages will only trust the login process if it initiated it. Thankfully, there is a way to do it properly, and that is by setting a default identity provider. Setting an identity provider as the default is simple. In the Setup workspace in the Power Pages Design Studio, go to Identity Providers, and click the ellipsis beside whichever one you want to choose. Then click on Set as Default. What this does is eliminate the user seeing the /signin page. Instead, if a user goes to /signin, they'll immediately be redirected to the login page of the default provider. But the key is that the user did momentarily visit the sign-in page, long enough for Power Pages to initiate the login sequence. Users should now be able to log in without ever seeing the sign-in page of Power Pages. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found the Power Pages tip number 238 on Default Identity Provider useful.